Look at that magnificent beast. Buddy the dog, what are you doing? Why are you running away? People like to see you. Okay, go play with yourself or whatever. Anywho's, friends, the projects are mounting up around here. Like, yeah, it's nuts. But until school gets out, doesn't look like I'm gonna make much progress on a lot of stuff. But today I do have something I want to try to put on and make better. And then I think also, whilst we're all going on that theme, I want to work on this tractor, and I got a new set of points for it. We'll put those in and we'll see if it makes it play any nicer, because so far I was disappointed. I thought that cleaning all that crap out of that carburetor was going to make this run beautiful, but it's not. So we're going to get started on those projects right after this. Welcome back, friends. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Ross the Oliver Man. I'm trying not to leave a shadow, but I can't do much about that. I'm not a cameraman. This here 550. Of course, now it's going to get super windy right when I want to talk. But we've had this little 550 for a good while, and it's been a dandy up until last year when it decided it didn't want to run good. So we'll mess with that here in a little bit. But what I got in my hand is what I want to do first. This rebuilt carburetor that's supposed to fit a Super 55, I want to put on my Super 55 because, you see, what am I trying to say? Well, I just got this and it doesn't do any good sitting in this box. And then number two, the Super 55 is a handy little tractor too, except it doesn't run right. The carburetor that's on it was put together out of two different carburetors just to try to get one that would run. See, there are some tractors, models, where apparently it is super duper hard to find the correct carburetor. One of them is Super 55 and then 550 gas tractors. Those both take different number of carburetors and they're super hard to find. And another one would be like a 1650 or 55 gas. That carburetor is super hard to find. Go figure. The ones that they made the most of, the tractors, have the hardest to find parts. So figure that one out. Then we still need to tackle this little feller. As you can see, I should park them side by side and then you could really get a good idea of what's what. But this is, there were like 3 different styles, body styles of these. That other one had the oval stickers, and then it should have a red lettered emblem on front. This one should have a black lettered emblem on front, I believe, because then they switched to this with the one stripe and the keystone there. And then the later ones were kind of this same thing. They had that word Oliver here, and then the plate up in front was just a steel plate with an Oliver shield on it, and then the grill became the checkerboard grill that was made of fiberglass. But I don't know, I would have one of all 3 on the place, because that one of the customers is a late one and it's a diesel. Maybe I should just buy it too, and that would save us a lot of hassle. Then I could finish it on my timeline. I was tinkering with this last night off camera just to say that I did, and I got the shifter kind of freed up here. The only thing that I think one thing that's wrong with it, and I need to mess with it more, is I think that the center shift rail is, I don't think I have this in the right position. I got all 4 gears, but I don't have, like, if I get it to the center thing, I don't really have the right thing. And that's what I'm thinking is taking place, which is unfortunate, because it's still, when I try to turn the fan, it still acts like it wants to turn something farther back. And we should just probably put the jump pack on it and see if it wouldn't crank over with the starter that's rickety and not hooked up correctly. And then we would have maybe the starter is the problem, you know, now that I think about it. Because if they would have it, we're gonna have to revisit that whenever we finally get to this video on this, because what I could be feeling is the Bendix halfway into the flywheel, now that I think about it, because they've got that pin out, and that could be what it is. So we might ought mess around with that when we get to the willing it run video, but that's not today's project. It's gonna be a soon project, friends, because I can't have this sit here and not play with it. I just can't. But I've already been looking for parts, you see. But we will table that one. And the reason that I even brought up like these 550s and that is because this one's sitting here. Why don't I drive it down to where the other tractor is so I don't have to walk, you see. Think smart, not hard, right? Isn't that how it is? Sure. See, my biggest beef of these little tractors is hard for a fat guy to get on, you know? Very difficult. Fires right up and runs. That's weird. Why is it just working correctly? The other day it wouldn't run to save your life. There we go, now it's messing up. I was gonna say, why would you just run nice? I mean, that would make no sense. We don't want to run this over. Now, tractor, did you fix yourself? Because that's funny. Not really, but never mind that calf. It's fine. Sure. There, it's acting goofy. Perfect. Don't make a liar out of me and start working. Unfortunately, there it goes. Okay. Unfortunately, my little doodabbers, of course, this is an original gauge. The little piece of whatever that was originally, cellophane, or I don't know, back in the day what they would have called that. I don't think it would have just been plastic, but anyway, it was red and it would say what it was, like the oil and the charging. And that's long gone, so you can't read it. What are you gonna do? That's life, friends. Will you sit here? Will you sit here and behave? Okay, Super 55. We might as well just fix you right where you sit. This poor little tractor really deserves a little bit more love. Once I got it together, I thought it was so handy that I just I don't know, I could never quit using it for stuff. But I don't got that 550 with the loader, and it was even super more handy, but I just haven't had the time, friends. But now that we got 3, maybe we can make the time. Plus we got all these Fiats we could use. Yeah, what are the chances that this is just gonna work out and our life's gonna go great? Probably not so much, because I can already see that brand new, okay, well, that worked better than I thought. That fitting looks like it's partially rounded over, even though that's a brand new fuel line that I put on here. It's just one of those things, friends. We will have to change the fitting because this is set up for a different type of thing than what the other deal is, and that's fine. Unfortunately, I also forgot a screwdriver again. Why do I keep forgetting that? When you work on carburetors, you got to have a screwdriver, because stuff and things. Let's try the red pliers. Red pliers. Can we make it work? This is the original the OG set of red pliers. It's gonna do the job, friends. It's just gonna take it longer and be more awkward. But that's the story of our life. Oh my gosh. Come on, there we go. Okay. Now we'll proceed to the root. Let's get the... I'm hoping this thing just runs beautiful when we're done here, and that was all of this one's troubles. I am kind of, this carburetor's kind of a sore subject, and I'll tell you the story why. When I bought this tractor, it was in pieces, a total basket case, just like you would ever expect the very definition of the word, basket case. And I was talking to the guy, I want to say they wanted $800 for it. And I still was arguing that was too high for the condition that it was in, because it was stuck. It obviously needed totally rebuilt. It was missing some stuff. The front wheels were not the right, at least one of them was not the right one. It had like a real skinny, like a tire you would have off of a 9N or 2N Ford. And anyway, it was just a rough thing. And I tried to deal with this guy, and he said, well, somebody offered me, you know, $500 just for that carburetor, because they're hard to find. And I almost said, well, you keep the carburetor then, and I'll give you $300 for the tractor. But I thought, well, he's right. That carburetor's hard to find, so maybe I should just pony up and be happy with it. Well, after spending countless hours rebuilding this motor and whatnot, it came to the time to get the carburetor ready, and I found out that it was junk inside. Like, it was not rebuildable. And that really ticked me off, because that was the whole reason that he wouldn't take less, is because he said that he had like 5 people wanting that carburetor. And so, whatever. So I cobbled this together out of 2 of them. I don't even remember what the other one was. It obviously wasn't for a Super 55, and I can't remember which half I used from one and which half I used from the other. But anywho, the story, moral of the story is, the other day when David said, hey, you wouldn't be interested in the carburetor for a Super 55, I said absolutely, because I have been looking since the last time we used this one to build fence, and it was running so pathetic, it really bothered me. And I, you know what I'm saying, I almost bought one off the internet here a while back. Well, then the guy said it sold. So then whenever he said he had this, that's when this other one, I thought, hey, we're gonna make this happen. I guess I used the bottom half off of that carburetor, because this one says 603, and so does this other one. That's what it's supposed to have. If I can get them out side by side. Maybe. Look at that pretty thing. That is a 603. This is a 603. Not really though. It just looks like it. Close, but no cigar. So, yeah. Step 1 now is going to be getting this fitting out without destroying it. I wonder, I'd say the red pliers will do it. Okay, let's see here. Sure. We're gonna have to rent the lift before too long, because I've got stuff to fix. There's roof that's come loose in all this wind, and that's just gotta happen. I gotta do it on the house and whatever. Now, you know another thing that I just did wrong? Oh, I did grab some. I had a roll of that thread tape that the viewer sent me, and I must have left it lay on the kitchen table. And that's crap. So then I found another roll out here, and then I thought I just lost it just now, but it ain't much. It's been rode pretty hard and put up wet. Let's see if I can coax it into. There we go. All right. Oh, dum-dum. See, if I was smart, if I was a good camera person and smart, I would have made sure that you could see this whole time, which I did not do. Let's see if we can get this out. This is the style that takes the ferrule, you know, and I'm not saying that that's not okay. We could have used that, but that's not what this tractor's set up for. So it's just easier to swap to. This is supposed to be guaranteed right out of the box, rebuilt, fresh, ready to go on the tractor. I'm going to trust this rebuilder and believe them. Will that be a foolish choice, friends? Stay tuned and find out. Probably, because anytime I trust anything, it always bites me right in the knudsen. But that's fine. Right. Assembly is the reverse of removal. And we definitely need a screwdriver. That situation has not gotten any better. It's actually gotten worse, because these are too nice to probably red pliers it up. I mean, this rebuilder did put a lot of new stuff on. It looks like it got both shafts in it. I don't know how he was able to rebuild it and sell it so cheap. Makes a guy wonder. Well, I'm wondering what's going on here. Yeah, I should get a screwdriver. That's only part of it, though. I'm thinking that this clamp is different. I'm about out of threads, is what I'm saying. Oh, I know what I'm doing, dummy. Dummy. Sometimes it doesn't pay to get out of bed in the morning, you know? Being so stupid. Alright. I know we should get a screwdriver, but the red pliers will do it. It just takes a little bit of work. Okay, we should have good choke action. Now let's wiggle this in here and try to put the governor rod back on. I really should go get a better cotter pin, but I'm not going to do that either. I'm just going to squeeze her together with the red pliers. This one's been rode a little bit hard, but that's okay. It will work, friends. It will work. It will work. Okay. Where are we at here? I'm thinking about other stuff, and I'm not thinking coherently about anything. Did we get the old gasket? Did the gasket stay on the carburetor, or did it? No. Let's see here. The gasket's on here. I should have checked that first, because now I kind of feel like I want that off of there it's not gonna come off in a nice one piece. It's gonna, oh friends, I gotta go get a scraper, get this pulled off of there, because if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do it right. All right, are you still there? Be interesting to see if I get this done before the sun goes down and I gotta quit. Let's start with this one. See if you do this right, you'll get the pieces down inside your new carburetor. They'll get sucked into your engine, get sucked into a cylinder, and then score the liner. You wouldn't think paper could do that, but if you got my luck, it could. I guess I'll just sit on the ground so we can see good enough what's happening. There we go. Okay, well, now we're going to switch to the carbide one. Okay, how are we? I think we got it good. I can see good old bare metal again. All right. Now, I think that they should have lock washers, so I'm going to rob them off my other one. For some reason, I don't know. You wouldn't have to, but I like the idea. I didn't get my, well, wonder if I can do that after the fact. Let's put it together, find out I can't, and then take it apart again. And what I'm talking about is I didn't get that 90-degree elbow just exactly right. Okay, come here, mama. Oh. Okay. Every day we're struggling. I think these are actually supposed to have half nuts too. Buddy the dog, what are you doing? Walking by and you didn't even say hello? Okay, that's fine. I see how you are. You want to tighten these evenly, because I have seen cracked ones before, and that's a sad situation, friends. Especially if it's an aluminum carburetor. Uneven tightening. It'll get you every time. Let's see if we can trick this into behaving. I'm excited because it might fix it, but I'm sure my luck will be that it won't. That's how it goes. And we're also trusting that there's nothing wrong with this carburetor at all. The guy I got it from swears that the rebuilder is excellent and everything, so I trust him. And there's no need for me to take it apart and double check. We're gonna just go with it. I brought a screwdriver along, I thought. Inappropriate size one, but I brought one. Actually, I don't like that. Let's take this loose again. Let's slide this out farther, can we? Or is it too far gone? See? Like that. There, we might get it. Are we gonna get it? Or is it not? I'm too particular sometimes, because I know other people aren't. Like with stuff like this, who cares? They just slap it on and go. They don't look it over like I do and dwell on whether they're doing it right. There. Okay. Now, if all is to be believed, when we fire this up, it's going to run better than it ever has before. So, I'm hoping for that action. In reality, what do I expect? Oh, I expect that we're going to have to tear it apart 4 or 5 more times. I was too lazy to move it the other day when I mowed out here. But join the club. I got a whole pile of tractors, every which where. Okay. Now this one still has the old foot starter, which is on the other side. That's super inconvenient. So I'm going to cheat and just jam something in here and do it here. Let's turn the key. Ooh, let's give it less throttle. Let's give it a little bit of throttle. Where are you, key? Key? Okay. Key? No? Nope, that's not gonna work. Come on. Why am I reinventing the wheel here? Battery dead? Surely not. Oh, friends. Could I not have guessed that there would be some struggle bus issue? That's a brand new battery, too. Luckily, I'm pretty sure I salvaged one out of something else. We need to get a bolt for that, or a watch me for that again. Oh, there it is. It just vibrated off. I mean, is that really dead? That's stupid if that is. I would like a loose cable. Alex, come on. That thing is dead as a doornail. Now, what did I salvage one out of the... Oh, I know what. We'll trade. Let me go grab it. I took one out of the 1655 when I put that other battery in there. So let's go. I'll go grab that. We'll put this one on the charger. This is brand new, so I can't believe that. That's probably way too tight on there. No, it's not actually. I'm thinking animal noises right now, friends. If a new battery doesn't make it start, I'm going to lose my marbles, because there's no reason for this. All right, so the part of the reason I try to use the same battery and everything is for this exact reason. Now it should just go right in here with no cable changing problems or anything. Also, that one was from 6 of 25. This one's from 5 of 25, so it's basically exactly the same age. Why did the other one go dead? Just because I didn't take the cable off? I don't know. Hopefully the key switch didn't go bad and also burn up the points. That would be a sadness. I actually did those in the wrong order. I should have done this one first. Then went to the other side and put the other one on. Because it's ground, you know. And I shouldn't tighten it up, because if I don't take it off again after a while, this one will go dead. Alright. Key on. Button. Nothing. Choke. Nothing. Maybe we need a key switch. Come on. Why? Why? We probably should check our adjustment. Okay, friends, this is cruel. See? Let's see what it is first here. Then we'll change it. See what this one is. This is too big of a screwdriver, but that's a half. That's a 1. I would have said that was good. It was about 1 3/4. 1. We'll go with that. It wouldn't be out of gas, would it? Before I get carried away and cry. They don't even try. Okay. Silly me, assuming that putting hundreds of dollars worth of parts on would make it run beautiful. Yeah, sure, let's struggle bus it. I didn't bring along any sanding material. Luckily the screwdriver has like a file made on it. How are we looking there, buddy boys? Well, you look pretty good, I think. Let's turn the key on and see what kind of fire situation we got. Can I do that from here? No, I don't think we got any sparkity sparkies. These crap points that we have today, it's just so stupid. They don't last at all. I mean, if they sit, they get oxidized. Let me go grab some emery cloth or an emery board or something and see if I can get this to come back around. It's stupid that every time you use the tractor you have to sand on it. That's dumb. I mean, I also feel like maybe our cap should be replaced again. That just looks sun faded. It's not really that old. Alright, let me go grab that and I'll be right back. Man, you're getting too hot and it's not even that hot outside. We did get some schmutz off of them. I mean, it's just like a oxidation layer that forms over them, and that's all it takes. They will not run with that on there. Now I have to hold the camera and do all this because I can't. Yeah. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. Now we got the sparky sparks. Let's put her back together. Try this again. Don't forget the rotor. Not saying I've ever done that, but That's a fun time when you trying to figure out why it won't run and then realize you didn't put all the pieces back in. Come on. Okay, now we got fuel. We should have spark. Let's see if this sucker will run. It's in neutral, I hope, so it doesn't kill me. Should be. It was a second ago. Nothing. Didn't even try. Why for you no try? Oh, friends. Where do I go from here, you know? Do I take something loose to make sure it's still getting fuel and that there's not some stupid problem now? I mean, or do I sand the points more because we didn't get them enough? What must we do? What do we have to do to make this thing happy? Had I been a smarter man, I would have set this up differently. Well, when I made the wiring harness for this, I didn't make it quite long enough to get out of its own way. Oh, we got good fuel flow, so that's not the problem. So just to prove it to you, I'm going to let it go all over the place. I mean, if that's even remotely close, that carburetor, this should run. Nope. Guys, I just don't understand it. Let's double check this. Then we'll go back to the carburetor side. And then we'll fool with that for half a day. Come on, spark. Well, it seems like it's working, but it also seems like maybe it's not doing it every time yet. Yeah, it's not doing it every time. I've had this trouble before with them brand new out of the box. Now, come on. Come on. I don't know. I'm fed up. I'm not really enthused about doing this if it's going to... the things that weren't the problem started acting up, you know? Run! Okay, enough of fooling ourselves. As predicted, I probably should have taken that carburetor apart and not trusted anything. And I feel like I'm paying for that now. So, I guess we'll go back over here. And this will end up being a video of entirely this tractor probably, because we're really racking up the footage on this one topic. We didn't take the load needle out, but that's half. That's one. Maybe it's not enough. Let's turn it out. Let's turn it out from, so that's half, that would be one. Let's go. That's 1.5, 2. Let's go to there and let's try it and see if that makes it come to life. Not even a little. Oh, friends. I did not want to be doing this. I wanted it to work. Let's loosen this. Is it getting fuel this far? Or do we have some kind of weird blockage problem? No, we're getting fuel there, aren't we? Are we getting good fuel there? I think so. Adequate fuel there. That ain't the issue. Okay, we're gonna try something else. This will require me to get a really small screwdriver, and I hope I can do it on this one. I'm gonna try to just take the carburetor in half with it still bolted to the tractor so that I don't have to do all that. Because what I'm suspecting is maybe it's sat a while after rebuilding and maybe the needle is stuck and it's not letting fuel in there. I guess I could check that theory by taking this plug out the bottom, but I don't know how well that's going to really work. I can't seem to really... Can I get to it? It is brand new, so maybe it'll come out. Let's try it. I don't know that well, first of all, that looks like trash on it. Is that trash on it? Second of all, that's not enough fuel flow to do it. I don't think. Maybe I'm wrong. I just don't understand why it won't run. It should do something. It ran before. Maybe I'm the biggest sucker in the world. And the carburetor rebuild guy's laughing. I can't believe somebody'd pay for that piece of garbage. I mean, couldn't you just run for me, tractor? Nope. Friends, I don't know. I'm not getting it. It ran on the other carburetor, and it won't even do nothing on this. Let me get some brake clean and shoot in there. And if it won't run on that, then I guess we're back to ignition. But it's weird that it was fine before, and now it doesn't want to play with us. That just doesn't make sense, friends. That would mean that something's wrong inside here, but I don't know yet what that would be till we take it apart. Oh, friends, this is one of those things that makes you want to jam a screwdriver through your eye socket. I mean, come on. Let's try that Limpatador. Yep, not the ignition's problem. Definitely a carburetor problem. So, fantastic. I love tearing apart something that is supposed to be good. We checked all the adjustments. Even if I have to start over and rebuild this myself, if I would have a good casting, I'd be happy. But it doesn't so far look like that's the case. I mean, it looks like I don't know, I bought a boat anchor or something. I don't know why. Maybe that's why he wanted to sell this. Not because it wouldn't fit his tractor, but because it was junk. Oh, this one's not going to play ball. I won't be able to get it out of there. I don't think. Holy Canute son. I should just take this off of there. It's not worth it. The only thing is then I can't see if how much the needle valve's putting out. That's kind of what I'm after here. I'm suspecting it's not putting out very good. And that can be very frustrating when it doesn't put out after you spend all that money on it. What kind of problems will we find? Will we find? Will we find? What kind of problems will we find? La 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 la. Well, it looks clean in there. I mean, he did use all new stuff. So far, I don't know. If you're wondering, I don't know. I don't know what my next plan's gonna be. Unless by taking that all the way loose, maybe I dislodged some trash or something that had gotten in there, and now maybe it's gonna work. I don't know. We'll find out. I guess I really don't care what it was if it would just work. If it would start working, I would be much happy. Right now I am not. Right now I am not into that. What I don't understand is how, like in our modern times, a rebuilt carburetor like this is so clean and everything was done, you know. And I watched those old timers rebuild it on their lap, sitting in the rocking chair on the porch. No cleaner of any kind. Take it apart, blow through it, put it back together, and it would run for 25 years. And now we're struggling. We can't even get it started. Maybe now that it has had a lot of attention and I had to do stuff twice, maybe it will run now. Will you run now? No, you won't. I mean, it won't run a lick. Not at all. Give it some Limpatador. Nothing. I guess I need to do a complete tear down and rebuild on this, because so far it looks like it's not going to play ball. Let's try this again just for kicks. Let's say that's half, that's one, that's half. Let's take this one all the way down. Alright, there's half, there's one, there's half, there's two. We'll start with that. 1.5 and 2. It's on. Nothing. Let's take this needle out. Just dump the fuel to it, right? It still won't run. It's not enough. Something is definitely wrong. Now, what is that thing that's wrong? All right, friends, I've worked on that thing for probably 2 hours. The sun's almost down. I'm over it. I should have rolled down my window and thrown it in the Ohio River, because that carburetor will not do the thing. So I guess what I'll do is take it totally back off of here, totally disassemble it and rebuild it myself, and then maybe I'll have a running carburetor, because that one sure ain't. I don't know what the problem is, but it's junk. 100% junk. I regret my life choices, you know. I don't know. I'm disappointed. I thought that I had something because it looked all shiny and nice, but there's, well, yet again, the lesson, friends. Don't go by the paint, because the paint don't do it, you know, or the shiny stuff just gets you in trouble. It's not really, yeah. I don't know what we'll find. I don't know, but this isn't going to do it like it is. I don't know if they didn't clean it inside and they just slapped new parts on it and thought that was good, and they didn't like cook out the passages or go through them, or if it's sat and it's accumulated rust in there in passages. I'm really at a loss for what the problem is. I just know I'm frustrated because you shell out some money and you think it's going to fix your problem, and then you got nothing. For a minute I was wondering, but that's not it. I mean, I don't know. I've seen things over the years where people did it wrong, but until we take this totally apart, I'm not gonna know. One thing that could be wrong is, it looks like it's got all new parts in it, so it could have the wrong nozzle in it. It could have a lot of things wrong, but what's weird is I cannot get it to run at all. I can't back out the needles and get it to run, other than like it did just for a second. I mean, this thing is totally a boat anchor. And I have very rarely ever had one like that wouldn't even run it. I mean, it should at least run the thing, you know? I'm so mad at it too right now, I don't know. Do I want to... I think I might just put the old one back on and forget this. Just keep looking till I find one that's actually good, because this sure ain't one. I don't know. I should probably not make the decision in anger, because that doesn't help us. I really wish that it still had the original needles in it, because I don't trust these new needles, that they're right. I've had that issue before, that they're not what we really want. I am just very frustrated. This should not be an all-day project, switching a simple carburetor from one to another. I mean, I can't put my hand over it and even make it run. And that's very unusual too. I'm okay with that. That looks right. I don't know if it's, I don't know. We can't even get it running, so we can't accuse it of not running good or leaking air or anything, because we can't even get it to run. So I'm over it. I'm not even taking it in the house. I'm just gonna tear it apart right here in the grass. If we lose pieces, I'll throw this thing in a bucket and chalk that up to one more thing in my life that I made a mistake on. Well, it had fuel in it. Dealer's choice, which half is the bad half. That's interesting. Wonder what he did there. I also questioned, I thought, I've seen guys put this in upside down and then they don't run either, but he didn't. That's correct. But see, what we don't know is the size of the orifice that's supposed to be in there. It maybe isn't correct. And that could be causing the trouble. I'm not happy with, well, let's just take it apart. You're gonna run out of battery too. That's gonna really annoy me when I have to run all the way up to the house just to keep this failure going. I don't see any problem there yet. Oh. I guess I will get a, let me get the thing to take this nozzle out, because that could very well be some part of this problem. That won't come out. Rebuilt. That is plugged full of trash. Okay. Well, at least I found where the problem half is. So I will tear this all apart and clean this out better, and then I'll bring you back and we'll try it again. But obviously, rebuilding means different things to different people. And cleaning it out was not what it meant to this person. So I'm gonna put the top half back together so we don't lose pieces, and then I will bring you back. You recording? Buyer beware, friends. If they say it's rebuilt, that don't mean it's rebuilt. That carburetor is so plugged full of solid stuff, there is no way it would ever run. Absolutely not. And that's what's wrong with it. It won't get, it's not getting any fuel. Look at that. Is that rebuilt? Not at all. I don't even know if I can, like, I may just have to take it in and cook it. I didn't want to have to do that to a supposedly rebuilt carburetor, but I mean, it's plugged up solid in there, friends. There is no, I don't think the limpadador can get it blown out of there. I don't know. I'm gonna try, but what a cruel twist. Yeah, I'm gonna have to physically, I'm gonna have to physically stick a wire down in there, I guess. Yep, this is hopeless. Absolutely hopeless to try to get that busted out of there. I'm gonna have to physically fish something through there to get that busted open, clean it up, and then I don't know. Like, what am I supposed to do here, friends? Let's try this now. Still nothing, even after cleaning you. Well, there we go. All I had to do was totally start over. We're gonna still have to adjust it. It's not right, but I can live with that. It's running without the choke. So I guess I did get an improvement. It was just a do-it-yourself kit. Nope, I guess not. Never mind. Nothing. Okay, well. Come on. Okay, friends. That took a long time. But I think I got a better running tractor. It still stumbles a little, but I think short of taking that inside and cooking that bottom part, that's probably about as good as it's going to get. But it's better than the other one because it does run without the choke. And it idles good. It seems to run good. So I'm gonna call it a win. It was definitely a frustrating win because I'm of the belief that if you buy a rebuilt thing, you shouldn't have to fix it yourself. But I want to make clear though, I do not blame David at all. I mean, he has had that guy rebuild stuff before and had great success with it. So there was no reason to believe that this wasn't going to work. I just am the unfortunate lucky one that gets the one that didn't get done correctly. But that's okay. I mean, it's all, the pieces are good, and I can work with that. Worst case scenario that I would have, I would take that top half and that bottom half and make one, because that's what it is. The bottom half of that one is really the 603 correct one, and that is the right top half and everything. So I could make one out of two. That's still the next choice if this turns out that this doesn't work after we play with it a while. But yeah, I think it's gonna do the thing. I might outdrive it. That would be a nice thing to do, right? Also, a very sad and tragic thing has happened. And that is, somewhere in the high windstorms, the wind took my seat cover away. Far away, because I have seen it nowhere around this place. So I don't know what happened, but it's long gone, I guess. So I'll be buying another one, which is unfortunate because I think they're about 25 bucks. Probably more than that by now. But anyway, this was very frustrating. Don't kid yourself. I might have said things that were not nice. I definitely said animal sounds and cut a lot of that out of the tape. But I'm not mad at David at all. So don't take that from it. Don't attack anybody in the comments. It's just whoever rebuilt the carburetor this time did not do their best work. And that's just how it goes. It also could be that maybe he did rebuild it and do a decentish job, but then it sat for a long time on the shelf somewhere. I don't know what the time span was between the other guy trying to put it on his tractor and me buying it. I don't know. It could have sat, had fuel in it, and then sat for months and not worked out, and maybe it never was put on a tractor. But if it was never on the other tractor, and that's how he got it back rebuilt, it was rebuilt poorly, very, very poorly. So just slapping new parts on isn't enough, friends. If you're going to rebuild a carburetor, you got to clean it thoroughly, because there are so many passages. These are not too bad, but like the 2-cylinder John Deere carburetor in the shed there, that thing's got a ton of passages, and if you don't clean them out, it won't run a lick. So, and that's what this was doing. I mean, it could not get any fuel. It was so full of trash that it couldn't get any fuel. So, I mean, it wouldn't even, not even for a second. There was no amount of choking. I had my hand totally over it, and you couldn't give it enough choke to get it to run. So, always make sure you clean your carburetor. That's just the way she goes. Anywho, I guess we will call this one here. I think we had a success. I thought we were going to get more done in this video, but we did not. So that's okay though, because we got a running tractor sitting here that is better than it was when we started. I mean, it runs without the choke now. That's fine. So all I am out is my time and, you know, 3 or 4 years off my life for the high blood pressure and screaming, but that's okay. We can't live forever. So we'll call this one here. As always, friends, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Do you suffer from low intelligence and are easily entertained? Well, then hit that thumbs up button and leave a comment. And that way we can keep making entertainment that your feeble minds can understand. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.